Hmm?
Why can't I find it?
This one, take it out.
Hello everyone. Hi. Get me myself. Hi, Wani. Hi, Wani. Welcome. Wani, how are you? And by the way, today is 20th of November, so it's a special day for all our P6 Primary 6 students. Teacher Faiz and I would like to congratulate all of you for the hard work that you have done in the past year and finally has come to fruition today. Oh, Wani, you're P6! Oh my god, are you happy with your results? You need a phone stand.
It's okay.
Okay, oh, you have a you have a phone. Hello, Ozil. Welcome to you. Like that.
Whose hello is that?
Ozil. Hello, this one. Like that. Ozil. Hi, today P6 results day. Yes, that's right. Teacher Faiz and I are here. And, aside from surprising all of you with some very good differences, see, we're very excited. We're moving on immediately to the next step of your academic career. But because it's results giving, we show, yay, you deserve all the celebrations in the world. Oh, I'm looking at myself. Hey, hi, Ryan. Welcome to you, Ryan. How are you, Ryan? Okay. We are now in the middle of the week, but the week today is filled with emotions, because everyone just got their results. I hope you're all happy with your results, whatever the results may be. It's a byproduct of your hard work. So be proud of yourself. Yeah. Okay. Guys, I want to know your scores for Bobby. Sherlyn, madam. Of course, we don't want your results to be out there in public. It would be their choice if they want to share it.
You want to
share
share,
it
you
or
want
not.
to tell them.
But
Okay,
we don't want to pressure them to do so, yeah? No pressure. If you want to share, do share. But if not, still okay. We are still proud of you nonetheless, yeah? So can we play a music? Like hey, let's go. Kind of like that. Just like background noise. Hello, Apple, welcome to you. Hi. Hello.
Please
So
do this first.
yes, Teacher Faiz here is a very important message to all of you. Remember to like and share our live, please. And if you have not followed us yet, you better have. Because it would, at least you get notified immediately when we are live. And for the upcoming days and weeks, we have a lot of special live sessions for all of you people. You see, they have a special request for the background music.
Sure, play dive.
Wow, you have a good taste in music, Cheryl, and I love that song too. Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars, right? Are we talking about the same song? Also, be careful with the word D. TikTok might like it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, sometimes they ban very specific words. So when they type it there, it doesn't appear.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's blocked.
Yeah, correct. Sometimes if it's too much, the live may completely stop. Okay. But nonetheless, if any of your P6 students or P6 parents, congratulations to all of you. We're very happy for you. If you have any questions, do ask us a few questions. Because today, Teacher Faiz, what are we talking about today?
Today we'll be going through your oral assessment, the difference between primary and secondary. All right, so we'll talk about it. Basically, the main difference, and also what are the examples of questions that you will face, and also the new format that you will face in secondary school.
It's a very good time. No? This is a very good time to talk about this. Oral, given that in the new syllabus 1184 that they have just rolled out very earlier on, the main changes are there.
Yeah, the main changes are there. All right, and also for your batch, it's no longer called the O levels. It's called the Singapore Cambridge SEC, which is the Singapore Education Certificate, Singapore Exam Certificate. Sorry. Yeah.
See how P6 students, there you have it. New terminologies, new formats. And so as not to overwhelm yourself, we are here to give you a head start. Okay. Most especially for paper 4 oral. Let's go. Very dramatic. How come I can hold on now, people? I need to view from here because this one very small.
Newscaster.
Yes, like that. Mm-hmm.
Just now Spider-Man, right?
Correct. You see, look at this.
I like this.
Okay, so this is a very good time to actually talk about these things. And Teacher Faiz has just mentioned about SEC. So English assessment, this is what we will go through today. Of course, along the way, feel free to ask questions related to what we're talking about. Yeah. Most importantly, what's the main differences between the assessments that you get from between primary and secondary? What else?
Yeah, especially for point number 2, as you can see, Singapore Cambridge SEC and IP program. I think previously Teacher Jamis and Teacher Benjamin talk about the difference between IP and also the normal stream, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so there's also a difference between the components, right? But not much of a difference, I would say. I will go through that later on with Teacher Misuko.
I will be taking O levels. Ozilla, you're very sad, huh? You know, you're a very smart young man. You've been answering the live questions in the past few weeks very well, so trust in yourself. Hello, Kai! Hi! Like that. I press everything for you, Kai. She always has a very wonderful entrance when she's like, hello. Okay, sure. I was waiting for you to come to live because I was too bored.
Nothing for you lah.
We want that kind of life, Sherlyn. Teacher Faiz, would you want that? You know, just do nothing. I'm bored waiting for live sessions to come.
Good life, good life.
But thank you for waiting, Sherlyn. We are here now. Correct. So Teacher Faiz was mentioning about the main differences for SEC, and we'll talk about that SEC and IP program. No, IP. Can I say IP program? Otherwise, it will be integrated program. Yes. And of course, we will break down the oral lessons for you, what to expect when you go to school in secondary life, and even for the assessment itself, how different is this from primary. Of course, it goes without saying that it's harder. Yeah, we'll be upfront with you so that I will be honest with you early on, so you know what's coming for you. Also, Ozil05 is here to share more things about his oral classes and oral lessons in his own experience. Yes, Ozil, huh?
Yeah.
You have to share with us what's your experience with your secondary activities related to oral. It will be helpful for our primary 6 students or even primary 5 who are here joining our live. Yeah. And you, Kai, are you still there? Kai, huh? You have to share with them, Kai, your oral practices in school. Actually, you can share now, Kai and Ozil right here. How often do you get oral practices in a year? That's one question.
I think in school, your teachers have many classes to teach and also have many students to teach as well. So the kind of practices you receive in school will be lesser. Yeah, probably.
Because you see how a Teacher Faiz and I have so much time, right? We can break down situational writing, we can break down paper 4. But your teachers, paper 1, 2, 3, 4, all one subject,
And then
all
not,
one
not,
subject
not
in
only
school.
your class.
Correct.
Not only your class.
Yeah, and imagine paper 1 alone, the marking load of your teacher, people. Yeah, it's insane. So it's truly understandable. You have to manage your expectations as to how many practices you actually get in school. Detailed, full practices when it comes to really zooming in on just paper 1, zooming in on just paper 2, 3, and 4.
True.
What is the light goal today? Oh, Teacher Faiz, what's the light goal today? Let's reach 10K. Wow,
10,000.
wow. Yes, we reached 10K strong people. So start liking now. You see, Sherlyn, thank you very much.
We're at 1.3.
We're already at 1.3. Not bad. Very good. Now, hello, Ting. Thank you for joining the live. Okay, sure. I'll see. Sherlyn here, very strong. Now, so we'll go through these things today.
Yeah,
but
and
of course,
must remember that I think last week.
correct.
Last week or Monday? Monday.
Monday.
Monday, right? Did I?
Oh my
I
God, I
forget
forget.
them. I forget when did I went live, but yeah, previously there was actually two questions,
Mm.
bonus questions for oral, but we're going to give another two later on. So please stay
Yes.
tuned. All right, please wait until the end.
You would love to know these bonus questions
Hmm.
because where did we get them from?
These were
What are they for?
past year. I mean, 2024 O level
Correct.
questions.
These were the exact questions tested used to test the students who took the 2024, as in this year, people, just
Hmm.
2 months ago, right? This year, this is the actual set of questions tested for the O level. So
Hmm.
normally you already know what's happening when you start school. Teachers like, or even your parents for sure, your parents and your teachers like to test you with the recently used
Right.
questions from the national exams. You know that.
Hmm.
So brace yourselves for it. You may want to really stay until the end to
Yep.
know
We
those.
already gave two, so we'll give another two more later.
Yes, and we will give you the other two again. So you get four in total.
Hmm.
Okay, now, since this is the outline, let's of course start with the first one. How different really is the assessment from primary to secondary? Let's move on and see. Teacher Faiz, for that we would like to share with you four major things that yes. So basically, we keep telling you, of course, now you move on, you're older,
Hmm.
more challenges.
Yeah, there's more expectation from you. All
Mm-hmm.
right, the marks will be higher, the weightage will be higher,
Mm-hmm.
and you have this, which is very, very important. Your increased dependency on logic and critical thinking. All right, it's just not getting your answers from the paper or the stimuli itself or the stimulus itself, but you have to think more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have to create your own sentences sometimes. You cannot just copy and paste from your stimulus anymore.
Mm-hmm.
All
Wow.
right, yeah.
And all the more is this more very applicable to oral. Oh
Mm.
my goodness. You cannot just anyhow say an experience, for example. You have to make sure you have a very, very good and solid evidence. If you even want to make sure that your point or your stand is something that you really want to express and convince your examiners that you are making that point.
Yeah.
So cannot just say, hey, I did this. You may want at this point, right, for oral, you may want to memorize some statistics to really make sure that you're able to back your points for
Yeah,
oral.
whatever
So
you are saying, you need to have
yeah lah.
backup points or evidences, examples, something like that.
Correct. Higher weightage, expectations definitely are higher. And then question types. What are the question? Question types. For me, right, as someone teaching primary, and then you start looking at secondary papers, right?
Mm.
There's a huge jump in the types of questions that they ask, and it's we'll show you later. I think it's you really see it more when you see the actual oral questions
True.
that Teacher Faiz has prepared for all of you. You will start realizing these are not the kinds of questions you get from your oral and PSLE, for sure. Quite far, quite far. Oh, thank you for sharing the live, Charlene. Twice, thank you. Totally didn't share the live to Kara. Oh, I haven't seen Kara in last
Really?
week. Has she been? Oh yeah, Kara has been joining the live. I haven't seen her in a while.
I forget your name, sorry.
Soon enough, you will start remembering every one of them. Yes. So, and finally, passages of high literacy value. I see that one is for the other
Yeah.
papers now.
All right.
Okay. So we understand the leap, okay, but we're not here to just scare you.
Hmm.
Actually, people, the moment you learn more about something, that's the moment when the fear goes away. I truly believe in that. That sometimes the source of fear is because of the lack of knowledge about something.
Hmm.
So sometimes some students are just scared, like I don't want to go to secondary school, or I don't want to take the examination for secondary school because you don't know much about it. So the half of the battle should be for you to at least know what you're gonna be facing soon, and that's what
True.
we're here for. Okay.
Yeah.
So teacher Faiz, let's talk about IP versus SEC. Specifically oral. How different are the classes? But for sure they have oral classes.
Hmm.
Both have oral classes, but how different are they?
The difference, I think the major difference is that for IP program, or I mean the integrated program,
Mm.
they focus more on group like presentations.
Mm.
Yeah, but at the same time, when you are doing group presentations, you do it as a group, right? You're not doing individually.
Mm.
So at the end of the year as well, sometimes the exam will be not
Correct.
group,
Yeah.
it's individual. So ultimately, you still have to know everything. Yeah, you cannot
Correct.
just freeload when you are in group projects, right? Or group oral presentation. So that's basically the main difference. It's not much of a difference. All the questions are the same, the formats are the same, and everything like that. Yeah. So, yep.
Group formats, huh? But that's the thing about the oral, right? There's
Mm,
teachers have a lot of ways to get you to talk. I mean, I think Royston here has previously shared for your Sec 1, was it? Your first, your WA1, correct, for your Sec 1. You talked about podcast?
Oh yeah, we had a podcast recording.
oh, okay.
See?
So it's
That's
an
good.
interesting format.
Yeah, so it's just, yeah, they can ask you to do podcast. Those of you who are secondary students, you can also share here what other formats have you been,
Right.
asked to do just to get you all to practice your oral skills. It could be podcast. Some of you may do what kinds of presentations are. You write a speech for situational writing, but
yeah.
the teacher asks you to also perform the speech in
Yeah.
class.
Mm.
That one happens to some students as well. Oh, Yuki, thank you for liking the live. Yeah, so there's a lot now because I think ultimately what teachers want to do is to expose you to a lot of opportunities to
Right.
talk.
Right.
There is no other way, people.
Because the
Yeah.
main four-letter word here is oral. Oral is talk, right? You
Yeah,
need to-
lah, correct. It like can you go and say like teacher Faiz, would it be okay to go and say, can I just practice growing my vocabulary in writing? Because teacher Faiz, I know the words.
I know
I
you
know the
can.
words. I
Yeah.
can write the words.
You
But
can
is that
write, but
enough?
can you talk?
That's the question. Yeah, that's the question. Um, Good writing skills doesn't always translate to good oral skills.
Yep.
Yeah, it can, but do not assume.
Mm.
Yeah, because the writing, you have the time to think and process things. Sometimes it's like you can even erase, but when you talk, right?
Yeah.
What you said, what came out of your mouth, the examiners heard already.
True.
Yeah, correct. And it's also the time writing. You had 1 hour and 50 minutes to finish your situational writing, continuous writing. You have that amount, but oral really passes by very quickly. So you have to think on your feet, and then you never know what topic is going to be discussed with you.
Yeah, especially the difference between primary and secondary oral. It's a huge difference.
Yeah,
I'll
correct,
show you
correct.
the differences later on.
Yeah.
Mm.
So nonetheless, SEC versus IP wise, the only thing you have to understand is number one for secondary 1 and 2, across all 4 papers now, there's not going to be a lot of difference because they want to focus on building the foundation for all of you.
Especially in Sec 1.
Correct,
Yeah.
especially in Sec 1.
Mm.
And ultimately for oral, either way, they will try their best to expose you to different opportunities to speak now, either in group or individual.
Right.
But remember what teacher Faiz said, if it's group, do remember that ultimately your goal is to speak confidently whether you're with someone or not. Ken, all right. So now, of course, with that, we come here with solutions as well. People of the world, Sherlyn is back. Oh, Sherlyn went out and Sherlyn is back, is it? Now, yes, Writers of Work curriculum definitely covers these things. We try our best to our comprehensive English programs make sure that you get the practice that you need for oral. Teacher Faiz, I have a question about our oral classes. How does it go? Like, is it like, okay, today is an oral lesson, let's talk, Q&A?
Okay. I mean, for basically at Writers at Work, right, what teachers do here to the students, not to the students, for the students, is actually there will be 3 questions. All right, basically we unpack the question together, and then after that we discuss what structure we're going to use, and then after that we will do some abbreviation writing, especially for plan response, which I will tell you all later on, and also for some spoken interaction questions we will actually write down first and then we present as a class.
Mm.
All right, but it depends on your class. I mean, it depends on the teacher as well. But basically, what we do is we let students actually unpack together with the teachers, and then after that, you will learn the structure and then answer the question accordingly. Yeah.
This is very interesting.
Mm.
Teacher Faiz just gave something very what do you call it, substantial. There are so many things to unpack. You teach them how to unpack the questions.
Yep.
You teach them a structure to answer the question
Mhm.
once they know what the type of question is. Plus, you also teach them about the content and what to talk about.
Yes.
Some of them may not have
Topics.
any idea
Yes,
about it, right?
exactly.
And then plus you also practice doing the actual oral with them.
Mm.
Very interesting. Well, I have so many questions about that.
Yeah, but that's not all, eh? That's not all, eh?
Huh?
We also do some I mean the teachers actually gave some students, I mean like students homework as well, where you will have to record yourself on camera answering your answer.
Oh.
So that means you respond, you give your you record yourself, then after that you send to the teacher to evaluate and give
and
feedback.
the teacher gives the feedback
Yes,
based on
yes,
that homework.
yes.
Interesting. Wonderful, wonderful.
Right, right.
Okay, that's amazing. But Sherlyn, I got AO4 for math. Wow, thank you. Congratulations.
English very happy.
Oh, but English, I got, oh my God, Alyssa. Oh my God, this is the moment, Alyssa. We're very proud of you. You
Sure,
should be
sure, we're
happy.
student.
No.
Oh.
But Alyssa is one of the earliest
Oh.
yeah, she's with us since May, I would say, since we started the live session.
Right,
Oh,
right.
she was the one where we visited their stall.
The fishball noodle lah.
Yes. We haven't seen her, but we've seen her because she came by once to collect the she won the no, yes. She won the giveaway. We did a collaboration with
okay,
mathematics,
okay.
right? She won the giveaway, so we saw her mom. So your mom, I hope your mom is happy about that, Alyssa. We're very happy about it. Congratulations.
I'll go and try the fishball noodle.
You know the next step. Yes, Alyssa. Oh yeah, Teacher Faiz, Alyssa. Now we are bringing more and more people to your stall. Next time you sponsor us. Now, Alyssa, the next step, right? You would be choosing your secondary school soon. We have
Yeah.
another session coming up. Please join and ask your questions. Yeah.
Later, what time is the session? Later, right?
Oh, and it's later. Correct. Haha, cannot. Ayo. So, Alyssa, later at 7 to 9 p.m. We have another session. Teacher James and Teacher Benjamin will be doing another session for choosing secondary school, madam. Oh, you wanted AL8, AL10. Okay, Alyssa, you listen to me, madam. Got bad, good one. Don't stress about your AL score so much. I tell you one. Earlier, we recorded videos with our interns, right? They share theirs. They're all in secondary school. They finished secondary school already. You know what they said, Alyssa? Watch out for the post soon. You will see from them what did they feel after going through the entire secondary life. How do they feel about their PSLE scores? You will know later once we post it, madam? I cried just now. Ayo, Alyssa. Ayo. But I hope that you look back on this day. You'll look back on this day and then we will all just, smile at that nostalgic moment.
Never mind, you will bounce back in secondary school like this.
Correct. Alyssa, yeah.
Bounce back.
I didn't expect the sound effect of bounce back. My phone will be on TikTok page, sure. Yes. So Alyssa, of course, I can't get into IP. You wanted to go to IP.
Oh, yeah.
I see. But ultimately, even if she doesn't go to IP, she goes for SEC, right? Can still eventually take Kenna.
Okay, I'm not sure.
Not sure, is it?
Yeah.
Can is it?
Because
Go for-
IP is a 6 years program. They don't take O levels. I mean, they don't take the SEC.
Unless your school offers express and then IP.
Correct.
I heard some students they can jump at that.
Right.
Your school must offer.
But the school must have that program first lah. You
Correct.
cannot change school after that. Right?
Mm.
That It means
That means
the
to say, Alyssa, for example, depending on her choice of school,
correct.
depending on your choice of school, there may still be a way for you to still achieve what you want. Like what teacher Jamie said, all roads lead to Rome, Alyssa.
Correct.
Trust me, all roads lead to Rome. Yeah?
Yeah.
My English improved a lot though. Yes, I'm proud of you. So it's a good time. Ultimately, no, what I truly believe is your PSLE results should start. It will give you an idea only, of what your strengths are. But you will fully really see it once you start moving forward to secondary school, Alyssa. Some students may not even know it even from PSLE results. Because some of them, a lot of them are late bloomers.
Right. I have like friends who
Right.
are like that.
Mm.
When they're in primary, they wasn't that good. They did average for PSLE, but
And
when in
then-
secondary school, they became better lah.
See,
Yeah.
I do know. Even for mine as well. Even sec 1 and 2 still no. And then 3 and 4. What a shock, girl. What a shock. So, Alyssa, don't be so hard on yourself. Everyone here in Writers at Work, we're all proud of you, madam? But ultimately, rejoice. Rejoice, take a breather, not so much. Take a breather, not so much. We're here to continue. Continue teaching you what you need to know.
Yep.
And now is a good time, Alyssa. You want to continue doing well? Give yourself a head start for English in secondary. That's what we're here for.
And then join us lah.
Yes! We hope to see you in our classes. Maybe you want to join Teacher Fai's classes next year. Okay. And so mine too for P5. Mine also stayed at AO2. Oh, I see. Sometimes it depends also now on how they prepared. Give me discount. She's considering. That's nice.
Okay,
40%, very big.
So you will bounce back at Writers at Work.
Yes. With Writers at Work, you can bounce back. Yes. Okay, so today we're going through secondary English paper 4. In what order Teacher Fai is?
All right.
What's the
So
first thing we're talking about?
we talk about the comparison, the oral for primary and secondary, and also common struggles for students. What are the most common struggles that transitioning students have, and also the solutions that you can bridge the gap.
This
Yeah.
is actually particularly important transitioning. So we're specifically talking about what Sec 1 students normally face and normal comments from them like,
Yeah,
that's the usual
generally English is the most difference lah. I mean, like for other subjects, I think
across all subjects, is it? As in, like, there's a huge leap for English.
yeah. For me, I think English because the formats all change. All components will be same, different components and more. They need more from you, basically. Yeah.
I see.
So be a bit more difficult, other than other subjects, I guess.
That's a huge and also English being a language, so it's not very as objective as math. Like the moment you master the formula, whatever numbers we give you, you can still make it up. Like you can still get the correct answer because you know the formula. But language really works differently, no? Language works differently when you try to master it. Just one quick sharing to all of you. I just made a very wrong decision recently. I went to apply for A2 exam for Spanish, thinking I was good enough for A2.
Right.
Oh my God, I struggled. I kind of put when I was, because my examination is coming Saturday.
Right.
I really struggle, and I realized how my students struggled, preparing for exam, because it works the same way. There's paper 1, 2, 3, and 4.
For Spanish.
And I struggle with oral, It's the one
you also
thing
have-
I struggle the most.
You also have oral with.
Yeah,
I mean.
correct. So,
Okay.
so it's A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2, C2 being like super fluent and eloquent.
Oh.
So mine is like basic. It's just A2, conversational. But I swear to God, I am struggling with the oral. It's really hard.
Right. I
and-
mean,
Oh my God.
you need to practice though, I think.
Correct.
Yeah, with someone that you know.
I cannot stress it enough.
Mm.
The only way to master speaking is to actually speak a lot.
Yeah. Like for myself, I also know 4 languages.
What?
Yeah, so-
He is a polyglot.
Yeah,
People of
but-
the world.
So
Polyglot.
you need to you need to speak. If you don't speak, I think you cannot master the language. I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. So on top of us informing you now,
Mm.
on how what's the difference PSLE versus secondary, you have to put in the effort yourself to expose yourself to opportunities to speak.
Right.
Some of them will go and say, Teacher Fives, Teacher Mitsuko, I already speak English every day. But do remember in the examination, it's more than just speaking, of course. The content will be tested.
Right.
That's,
Right.
that's the
Correct.
hard part. They don't go and
Mm.
say, we just look at the delivery, of course. I would assume some of you are very confident to talk already. But are you confident to talk about this topic?
Yeah.
Or that topic?
So
or this
yeah,
topic?
you need to know about the topics as well. It's not only like you already know how to speak. Yeah, I know that, but it's also that you need to know the content, what to speak.
Correct.
Yeah.
Because sometimes the what do you call this? Your confidence in speaking is affected on your knowledge and what you're talking about.
True.
You know?
True. Yeah.
So if I don't know what I'm talking about, I am not gonna talk.
Mm.
But tell me something I'm very interested in. Yes, I can talk nonstop. So brace yourself both for the content as well. Okay, now let's start with a comparison. I think Alyssa is very familiar with the oral assessment. You've just done this. Okay.
Yeah.
How does
PSLE
it work?
first.
Okay, let them guess. Okay.
PSLE first.
Don't give us amnesia. What were the two sections of your oral assessment for PSLE? People, let's go. I have the thinking. I know, yes, Alyssa. You know, girl. Reading aloud, all caps.
Second one.
Yes, very good, very good. Yes.
SBC. Okay. All right. So correct. PSLE is reading aloud and SBC or stimulus-based conversation. All right. But for secondary, it is different. Anyone can give any guess for secondary? What
Okay, you
two
know that,
components we have?
Guess, Sherlyn and Alyssa, what are the two components? Do you know the name?
I
Or do you think it's the same somehow?
Just now I give some clues already.
Correct.
Yeah.
Actually, Teacher Vice dropped the hints. Can you? How I know?
How I know?
I know,
Oh,
Sherlyn.
she wasn't here previously. I mean the last
Correct.
live.
Okay. Reading aloud, I see. Good try. What's the second one? Spoken interaction. I see. Okay. So, okay, first we shall reveal. Wow. Like that. Bounce back. Like that.
All right. So yes, there's reading aloud and SBC for PSLE, but for Singapore Cambridge SEC, there's no more reading aloud, but you still have these two, which is plan response and spoken interaction.
Yes. So Alyssa, unfortunately, the easiest part in your PSLE oral is no longer a part on your own,
Correct.
on the secondary one.
My time still have. My time
Correct.
still have. My time is just reading aloud and this one. So it's the same.
This one very recent, right?
Yeah.
1184 was just last year, correct? No, 2022 is it?
2022, yeah.
2022. So a few things. Okay, so now seeing this really here, both side by side teacher files, what are then the most, the most obvious difference here? Number one, you mentioned no more reading aloud. People, nothing to read anymore. But the second thing I noticed is the marks distribution.
Yes.
Wow.
Sorry. Okay, so for this one, right, the marks distribution is 15 marks for each section. All right, so plan response, you need to see a video. All right, and then after that video, you are given a question. And then in that first 10 minutes, you need to plan what to say. So you're given a pen and also a paper. You can scribble whatever you want to scribble as long as you understand. And don't forget that the paper won't be marked by the examiner.
Okay.
All right. And for spoken interaction, all right, it's basically something to do with the video, but not entirely. But it's almost the same because the topic.
Remotely related.
Yeah, remotely related. Yes, correct.
I see. Because my teachers say read with expression, then I just say up, down, pitch.
That is reading aloud, lah.
Yeah. So that's the thing, right? Seeing that reading aloud is no longer tested in
Mm.
the oral for secondary level really tells you that they really demand more from the students.
Correct.
Because for me, when you test oral, I would say for secondary level, testing you to read is perhaps not at the highest level of checking your oral
Mm.
skills, because you have something to refer to when you're reading aloud.
Correct.
So basically, they don't care about that anymore. What they care more is how you process the information in your head and then say it confidently, which I'm not saying is easy, but I'm telling you now it's not easy, so you have to practice early.
Right.
Kalisa, did you get PSLE result? Yeah, call in, hello. Yes, we were just talking about it just now. Call in. Call in, how about you? Are you happy with your results? You didn't need to tell us, we don't want to share, but I hope you're happy with your results. Congratulations for getting your results. Oh, Alyssa, very smart girl. You see, you should be proud of yourself. 10 is a very good. 10 is a very good overall, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Okay, I need to go. I want to buy books for next year.
Oh, okay, so fast.
Very good. I'm happy you're preparing for next year, Sherlyn. Sherlyn, we're 4.8K. We're halfway there, okay, for our goal, people. How you know I take PSLE? Oh my God, I thought Colin, you know Alisa.
Oh, you don't know each other? Ah? They
They're
don't know.
talking to each other. I thought they know each other. They don't know each other, huh? Lisa and Colin, huh? You're just talking like your neighbors, you know. Oh, I got 6. Whoa! Oh my God.
Now it's all like single numbers, digits.
Yeah.
Mine was marks lah. It's the
Ah.
score.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Times have changed.
Yeah,
right?
over.
So weird.
Mine was like over 300.
So it's like the higher, the better.
Yeah. They
correct.
don't count science in lah. So it's your EMS, English,
Oh, they
maths,
don't really.
English, mother tongue, English, maths. Yeah, correct. They don't count science.
I'm happy they should
Mm.
though. They should.
Mm.
Were you happy they did not or no?
Yeah, quite true. Yeah.
Okay. Sherlyn, yes, I'm a spy. Oh my God. Oh my God, don't scare us, Colin, huh? Okay. So I think yes, side by side now, I would say also the equal distribution of the marks would tell you that you cannot just go and say, okay, I'm just gonna do my best for this one, and then the other one is a giveaway. None of them is a giveaway section. Both of them you must equally perform very well.
Correct.
Mm.
We'll talk more about this later lah. Later I will
Correct.
actually unpack for you all what is pen
Correct.
response actually and what is spoken interaction also. As
Yes, we'll break
Mm.
down for you the process and exactly what they do. Also, we have Royston here. Royston here moderating for us, people. He just took the examination. We shall get an insider information as well on how he did, how was the experience, what was the whole process during his own examination. So let's go. But I think now the important thing is, because the most we're gonna show the next one is a what, huh?
Okay, the
PSLE
next one
one.
actually, this is the new
Mm.
type. I mean PSLE they have a new format also. Right?
Correct. For this coming year, that means to say this one relevant to our P5 and younger.
Yeah. So this was, I think they changed to a format that, in my time, it was this.
Yes.
It was this the same.
That is.
All right. So how do you do this? It's like you have to see the picture and then you talk about it clockwise. This so yeah, I did quite well when I was in.
Teacher
I
Faiz,
did.
that's why he's very good at English, ma. Also 4 languages, ma. But of course, yeah, I think you all remember, right? Alyssa, Colin, if you recall, for your stimulus in PSLE, it didn't used to be dispatched.
Yeah. Now it's like this. I mean for next year
Usually
onwards.
like cartoon with words inside, posters and all. But this time around, P5, P4, P3 students, this is what you're gonna get.
Yeah, it's more of like a
Real life
photo, black and white. And I think there's a question. I think people ask, why is it always in black and white, not in color? Yeah.
Why?
Anyone can guess?
Do you know why it's in black and white, people? Do you ever wonder? You should wonder about things that, that things like this, very simple things. Sometimes there's a reason for them. You know why it's black? Help my sis buy forced. Huh? What do you mean buy forced? But first, no budget. Is it really no budget, Teacher Faiz?
No budget, no lah.
Singapore government very big
you
budget
you
for
can
education.
you can also say that lah, I think, because they don't want to waste color.
color printing.
Probably no budget. I think maybe. All right.
What Teacher Jamie shared something different
Yes.
last time.
If anyone can remember, Teacher Jamie's actually
Correct.
shared.
She had a different rationale
Mm.
when we talked about the black and
Anyone
white.
can guess?
I think some of them were here
I think
when
Ryan.
that live
I
happened.
think Ozil was here.
Yeah, Ozil lah.
Yeah, but
Ryan also lah. Ryan was there, colorblind. Oh, people of the world,
Right.
you've been there all
Yeah, yeah,
day.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's inclusivity.
Say hi.
So it's because of inclusivity, right?
Correct,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
so-
Be more inclusive, cater to
Mm.
everyone.
Cater to everyone. So those who are colorblind, they won't.
But ultimately, it's your understanding of what's in the picture more than the photo in the picture. I think for me, right, the only time the black and white gets in the way is when it makes it hard for them to identify what they see in the picture
Right,
because
right,
yeah.
right.
But I would suppose that they will normally choose photos where you will easily get what's being depicted regardless of the color inside. Yeah. But other than that, should be okay. The black and white or colored, I think it should not affect much of how well you can interpret the picture because you have to interpret it properly.
This one just one hint lah. Like what I said just now previously, when you talk about this, use the clockwise direction to
Correct.
talk. So that means you start from here, then you turn all the way as a whole lah.
Pay
Yeah, so-
attention to your background,
Yeah,
to
everything.
your foreground, everything.
Mm.
Corner, everything. Just remember the keyword. Okay, we shall test you on this before we go. Before we go later, we do them a quiz again. So
Right.
one of the things we'll quiz you is Teacher Faiz's technique. What technique did he share to you when he talked about the PSLE stimulus? Then you tell me, oh, clockwise. Okay. Now, so this is how the stimulus looks like for PSLE
Next year.
this coming 2025. But how will it be then? Okay, are we proceeding to discuss with them? How will it be for secondary school? Will it be the same? That's the biggest difference. It's
Right.
not gonna be a picture.
Correct. It's not going to be a picture, but yeah, you can actually look at the video that we have here as well. So basically, Teacher Hanan here actually has some information for you all. All right, and like what I said, the planned response, you have to sit down in a room.
Okay.
Then after that, you are given like maybe a screen or a laptop in front of you, and then you have your pen
So I'm
and
the
your.
student, huh? Okay, well,
Yeah.
Teacher Faiz says I'm the student taking the exam.
Mm.
So, okay, I'm here now. I sit down. Ta-da-da-da. Then, what do I
Then
have
there'll
in
be
front
a-
of me, Teacher
A
Faiz?
pen or paper, pen and paper.
I don't have a pen. This is my pen. Okay, I
Oh
have
my
a
God, so
pen
rich.
and a paper. Plus,
Then
I have a what screen?
A laptop or a screen in front, and then there will be a video. The video will be around 90 seconds.
Okay.
Then after that, you watch the video. After the video, there will be a question.
Oh.
Then you are given 10 minutes, including seeing the video. 10 minutes total. All right.
10 minutes prep time.
Yes.
Everything inside the 10 minutes already.
Correct.
Watching the video, planning for my response, and then writing them down, correct? 10
Yes.
minutes.
10 minutes.
I see. I see.
Mm.
Question. Will we have a timer? Will you see the timer?
No, you won't. They won't tell you.
For the 10 minutes prep
Yeah.
time.
That means prep time no timer. They just say start, and then when it ends, the teacher will tell you it's end. Then you have to stand up and leave.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
So
the timer don't have.
yes, that is how difficult it is lah. You cannot judge. I mean, like if you practice on your own for a few times, I mean for a lot of times,
Correct.
I'm pretty sure you'll get used to the time lah.
Correct.
But if you don't practice and then you just go straight to your exam, and then I don't think you can,
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think ultimately as well, you have to be smart enough to break down your 10 minutes as to what you want to do, the steps that you want to do, even if you don't see the time technically.
Right.
For example, perhaps you can plan how many times you want to watch the video. Yeah. You cannot just spend the entire time watching and rewatching the video without having planned for anything at all for your response. Okay. Because I think I've heard from the stories from teacher Jamie's, for example, 7 minutes spent just watching the video. Yeah. So Royston, how many times did you watch the video yourself?
Twice only.
Twice, and then you started planning that.
Yeah.
Very good. That's a good one. Watch the video twice. First, to get perhaps the big picture on what is it about, and second, to pay attention to the details.
Correct.
Making sure you have written down the prompts that they have given you, and then perhaps like what would that, like 2 minutes, right?
The
90
video
seconds.
actually, it's just a short video about, there's no me talking, just a short video about something happening.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the same thing.
For your case, how long do you think the video lasted?
1 minute.
I see.
Yeah, that one is 60 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That means you say watch it twice, 10 minutes minus 2, you have 8 minutes left. So now, 8 minutes. What to do with the 8 minutes? Okay, ching, 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 ching. I'm done.
So
Watch it
at
twice.
Writers at Work, right, we actually have we will teach the students abbreviation writing.
I
Alright.
see.
So those are actually pointers or short forms.
Oh, then we can share some with them now. Can we borrow like whiteboard marker? That means you say you don't really need to like memorize your like a specific set of abbreviations, but you have to know there are very common words that you always repeat when you talk. So if you plan them, number one, you need to know which one you don't need to write, because remember, when you plan, it doesn't need to be in complete sentences. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. That's why this is now the time I will raise what Teacher Faiz said earlier. Follow a structure when you craft your response. So the structure will be your guide. So let's say, for example, Teacher Faiz, the question, I want to do peel. Let's say I do peel, 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 peel. I get the red one. Let's say I do peel, and then, okay, I start to write peel, peel. If I abbreviate, that means to say, no need to write in complete sentences.
Right.
Can write only in keywords, but at the same time, I can abbreviate. For example, therefore, or I think some students know this. Do you know how to abbreviate therefore?
How do you abbreviate it for?
3 dots.
3 dots. Oh,
Right, correct, right.
I remember.
Therefore, like that. Ta-da! Or
Why your
the.
dots?
I'm so sorry. My handwriting very ugly, people. Even the right? The can do like these, right?
Yeah, certain sentences. I mean, like certain words, like increase, you can just use an arrow. Decrease, you can use an arrow below.
Decrease.
Yeah, so there's a lot of shortcut methods or abbreviation that you can use.
Oh, so
because
that gave me the. Can we borrow? Sorry, Yuki. Eraser.
yeah, because
okay.
ultimately, right? Ultimately, guys, the paper itself won't be. Is not up there for
Correct. Your notes for spoken
Yeah.
interaction will not
planned response.
be.
Yeah,
For planned response will not
be marked. Yeah,
It's
so
for your eyes only.
so it's not really. It doesn't matter what you actually write as long as you understand it.
Yeah, correct. Oh, let's test them. I'm going to test you, people. Okay, listen, You're going to write a short form version of a sentence I'm going to give you, okay? We try, Let's say, okay, I am planning to answer a question about, do you think animals should be kept in captivity? Now, people, listen carefully. I want to plan a response wherein I'm going to say, no, I don't want animals should not be kept in cages because I think it's not good for their it's not good for their mental health, for their physical health, because they need to move around. Okay, 3, listen carefully. This is my full sentence. Shorten it for me. They should not be kept in cages because it's not good for their physical health, because they need to move around. And it's also not good for their mental health because they need to be with all the other animals to socialize. 2 things. How to shorten that answer? Give it a try. Let's see how good you are in shortening a response, people. I say it one more time. How will you say this in a shorter sentence? Animals should not be kept in cages because it's not good for their physical health since they need to move around so much. And secondly, it's not good for their mental health because they need to be able to interact and socialize with all animals of the same kind. Oh my god, I can write a sentence that long. Okay, I'm very wordy, people. You have to help me how to shorten that. Okay, Jason just joined now. Let's do it, Jason.
Wow.
Again. Okay, again. Okay, Krager, listen carefully. I'm asking you to try to shorten for me. If I were to plan a response, right, for oral, and I'm gonna write it down, you need to make sure you learn how to abbreviate or shorten, right? How will you shorten this sentence for me? Animals should not be kept in cages because it's not good for their physical health since they need to really move around. And it's also not good for their mental health because they need to be able to interact with all other animals of the same kind. Yes, as the planning, Ryan, correct, as a planning. I'm just planning it for planned response. No one will mark that paper, but you have to save time. You have to save time. Therefore, you need to just write few words. Let's go. No, not good physical health. Walk around. No, not good mental health. Social noise. Whoa!
Actually, there's a shorter way lah. Not good, you can just put X. Right?
Very good.
Yeah.
Wow, but yes, correct. So that's what we do here in Writers. You are in the right track, Ryan. This is way shorter than what I just said. Definitely way shorter than what I just said. But now Teacher Faiz is teaching you how to make it even shorter.
As long as you understand, basically.
Correct,
Right.
yes.
As long as you understand what you're writing. Don't write something that you don't understand lah. Then
Later you like, what is this?
Yeah. But as long as you understand, alright, as long as you think that it's
Correct.
it's easier for you, then it's entirely up
Very
to you.
good, yes. Save time, but of course not at the expense of you not understanding your own
Right.
planning later when you present your answer. Very good. Good job. Very good. And depending on how strong your here's one thing I truly believe, everyone. Depending on how strong your knowledge on a specific topic, the stronger it is, the lesser notes you need. Because the lesser prompts your brain will need. So that means to say, for example, if Ryan, you're become so well versed about the issue on animals in captivity or environment, you will eventually perhaps need no physical, mental, health. That's it. Those are the only prompts you need for you to be able to elaborate that later. But of course not. Caging animals harms their physical and mental health. Wow. Okay, what do you think about this, Teacher Faiz? Krager's Krager Jr. Is it the junior? Krager's answer. How shortened version.
Caging animals. So the caging part, I mean, you can draw a cage if you want.
That's an idea.
But,
Very good.
But if you think that it doesn't help, then I think you can just write caging lah.
Correct.
Alright. Harms the physical and mental. Mental, usually I don't write mental. Mental, just draw a brain or something like that.
Correct.
Yeah,
Also, that's
depends.
another idea actually.
Yeah,
It depends on the type of student. Some of them
Right.
are very visual and are very good at that. So they prefer to like draw.
Correct.
And then do a mind map.
Correct. If you are more visual, I think this will help you lah.
Correct. At the same time, Krager, this is a very good shortened version. I would just suggest that you don't need to write it in full sentence. So don't worry, they will not mark your paper lah.
Right.
So if you manage to get the gist of it, just get the keywords. Just get the keywords, you'll be good to go. Very good. Well done. So that's basically Teacher Faiz painting a picture for you what happens in planned response. But actually, we're not done.
Yeah.
So 8 minutes, I finished watching video twice. I now, because of the help of Ryan and Krager, I managed to write my points in point form. Okay, shorter. I'm ready now. 10 minutes over. What happens now?
So what happens is that after your 2 minutes is over, after your
the
video
students.
clip, 10 minutes you are done.
Mhm.
So then you
I'm doing
are
my paper.
going to go to the examiner. Alright, and then you're going to present your ideas and opinions fluently and effectively to the examiner.
So I'm the student. This is my notes from earlier, the 10 minutes. So now, hey, Royston, when you present, you stand, you sit.
Sit down.
Okay, sit. Okay,
You
so
sit
sorry.
for what?
So sorry, people. Okay, sit. And then, is there a table between you and the examiner? It's just basically like this, nothing in between.
At the table, there's a table.
Okay, good. At least there's some level of wall between me and the examiner. My anxiety to speak to people is not that high.
Yeah.
Okay, so table here, me as a student, it's very good that we have someone with experience for the table, and then examiner. And then now I shall proceed. This people who just joined, hello, we are still in planned response moment, planned response. So now I have the time to 2 minutes. Oh, 2 minutes to talk.
Yes.
Non-stop.
So I think for Royston, do you have any timer or did the
Have also.
yeah? So the examiner for Royston's exam didn't have any timer.
No timer. You won't see
Yeah.
a time while
You
you
won't
talk.
know also. You won't.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
You will only know they will stop you because time is up, correct?
Yeah, they'll show you a card. Show you a pink card that tells you 2 minutes is up. To quickly wrap up.
so even the examiner won't talk, right? They will just show this 2 minutes. Time's up. Bye bye. Go
Actually,
back.
this is
Yeah.
correct pink also.
Something like that. Yeah. Alright. So basically, like the examiner will be in front of you. So after your 2 minutes is up,
Yes, talk.
then the examiner will do this.
Of course, don't gasp.
So whatever you want to finish, whatever you want to talk, you just finish it. Then after that, you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that the best part is try to maximize your 2 minutes. Like if you don't, some of you will be good enough to know your clock now. You have your own clock where you know, okay, I'm mad somehow. But if you don't want to risk it, just talk now. Wait for them until they raise their card, and then the moment they raise their card, if you still have something to say, the only thing left for you is to just wrap it up.
Right.
Yeah, wrap it up, and then you're done. Because they're not gonna deduct you, is it? They're just not gonna count what you say
After the
that.
2 minutes.
Correct.
Yeah. Whatever you say after the cut or the 2 minutes is up.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Correct.
They won't take lah.
Yeah, of course, do not blabber just so you could take up the entire 2 minutes. What I'm saying is plan as many points as you can so you have enough things to say for the 2 minutes that's coming up for you.
Yeah, but we also have some students that took the exam this year and said that some of the examiner actually gave like 10 seconds or like 10-20 seconds warning, something like that, and also that I think some of the examiners are not too cruel lah.
As
Yeah.
in how?
I mean like there's like 10 seconds or 20 seconds
Also,
left.
they
Some of my friends had that also. But that's if you finish earlier, then you have nothing else to say, then the examiner will say, oh, you have 20 seconds left.
Yeah.
You add on.
So imagine if you finish talking, you plan what you want to talk already, then suddenly you stop. And then the examiner see you see the examiner, then the examiner say, you have 30 more seconds.
correct,
Some
correct.
examiners are very okay lah. But those cruel ones will just
Stare at you.
stare at you for the next 30 seconds.
Correct. So I think ultimately what you want to understand is you don't want to put it on the examiner, put it upon yourself to make the most of your time. People. But of course, I know it's not easy. It's easy to say, but I know it's not easy to just talk with so much sense within 2 minutes.
Right.
So we shall talk about techniques later on.
Okay, so next is we have
Ayun, Sherlyn, good. Sherlyn, why are you leaving us? Oh my God, Sherlyn. Okay, so the next one is planned response.
examples. You remember?
Samples.
Yeah, the
samples,
videos.
people, samples.
So these are actually not videos. Yes, these are actually videos, but it's just a snippet lah. Yeah, so these are the type of videos. It can be like 1 minute video of doing this. I think this one not lion, like dragon. Yeah. You know what is this? Anyone?
What is this, people? This picture first. What do you think is shown in this picture? Is it clear enough for them to see? Can you see what you think is in this photo? Ah, people of the world.
Chingay, yeah, Chingay. It's actually
Very
Chingay.
good. Very good.
Yeah.
How about this one? Okay, this one pretty obvious, huh? If you don't know, huh, I'm telling you. I'm telling you right now. Jewel, and what do you call this thing? Do you know what this thing called?
What is it called?
It's the rain vortex, people. I just know because
I only go to Jewel because I go overseas.
oh yeah, correct.
Because I
The
live,
airport.
I live in the west, so I don't really go to Jewel though. Yeah.
Hey, but Jewel has so many things. Somehow, our airport, because it's the #1 airport in the
No,
world.
not anymore.
Not anymore, huh?
Number
2024. Number 2. What a
Yeah.
painful thing, people.
Number 1 is Qatar.
Qatar.
Yeah.
Airways.
Doha,
okay.
Doha, Doha.
Let's go. Let's go. Changi Airport. We can do this next year. The fight goes on, but there's so many things there. And so here's the thing. Here's my question, Teacher Faiz. Let's just say, for example, they saw a video. We are telling you now, because we are still at the end of the year. You're still about to go into secondary school. We are bracing you. For example, let's say how many times? Okay, those of you who are here, how many times have you been to Jewel? Can you count? Yes. Because, wow, 64. My God, Krager, you live in Jewel?
How you count 64?
Cannot count. So, but here's the thing, right? Are you ready to actually watch a video where they show you a specific place that you've only been once or you've never been?
Or you never been before?
Correct.
Like for example, this year video was a place which was overseas, if I'm not wrong. Yeah.
Correct. You shared that.
Yeah. It was overseas, so it wasn't in Singapore. So how?
Correct.
I know it can be quite intimidating,
Yeah.
but at the same time, don't worry much about the video. You have to
Yes.
worry much about the question.
Correct. That's
Alright.
why. That's why we're telling you now.
I'm going to show you some of the examples of the plan response question. Alright, so you can see any kind of video, but suddenly,
Ta-da-da! Okay. Do you think it is important to preserve traditions? Would you like to keep your traditions?
Yeah.
Sometimes
it can be a video about the Chingay just now.
correct.
Then suddenly the question can be this. Yeah, so remember it's not only about the video, it's about the question itself.
Correct. So ultimately, I think the biggest thing the video can give you is to give you kind of like an idea of the theme. The video should be there to help you, to give you an even clearer idea what the theme of the question is. Because that's what's about to come for you. But ultimately, understand the question given now. Understand the question given.
Yeah, so you have to unpack your question properly. Maybe if you have some examples, you can give some examples. If you have elaboration, you can elaborate as well. Alright, but ultimately, this is a plan. You can write whatever you want to write. And you have to remember whatever you have written. And then when you present to the examiner, you have 2 minutes.
That means to say for this one, Teacher Faiz, I can use a specific structure to try and plan this out.
Yes, you can. Yeah.
Do you think it's important if I use a scale structure? Well, let me see. It would make my life easier now.
It will make your life easier, but it will be much more easier if you join writers. I'll give you more.
Yes, and then you join Teacher Fai's class.
Yeah.
You understand what he means when he says scare, peel, peace, and all those things that he's talking about.
If you don't understand, come join us.
ATQ some more.
ATQ,
TN.
yeah.
Okay, 7 cannot count. Alyssa, 7 to 9. Okay, you're talking, Okay, indoor waterfall. Very good, people. Now, okay, for this one, right, unpacking this would mean to say you have to also first understand how you define traditions, and then think about what stand will you go for when you do it, and go for a stand where you have more points, supporting points to talk about.
Right, and the second part is, will you like to keep your traditions? So this one is your own personal reflection.
Correct. Of course, give the reasons now why you would like to do so or not.
Correct.
Which path will you go for, Teacher Faiz? If you were to answer this, which direction do you think would you be able to give more
For me, if I were to answer this question, I would say it's important
Mm-hmm.
because it's not only for yourself but for the future,
Right.
your future, your son, your daughter, or whatsoever lah. So if you
Correct.
don't preserve it now, who's gonna?
It's part of their,
Yeah.
you know, their identity when they
Correct,
grow up, right?
correct. And for the second part, will you like to keep your traditions? Yes, you can, or you can say no. I don't know. It depends on what you answer lah.
Correct.
Mm.
But ultimately, one reminder to all of you, if you eventually just go and say no, right? It is definitely doable for you to say no.
Yeah.
But of course, in the end, you have to make sure you back it up with proper responses, and not just because you want to diss on on
Yeah.
people who do it.
Correct, correct.
It has to be still logical, because
Mhm.
it is still possible for some people to say no.
Yeah.
But the safest thing is say no, give proper backup data and evidence why no, but also offer some possible situations that you would want to happen before you actually consider to say yes. So because it's not happening, that's why you know. But
Yeah.
perhaps if this happens, these conditions happen, I may be willing to.
Yeah.
Yes, like that.
You all are lucky enough also lah for this type of questions, like what I said just now, like what teacher Misuko said as well. You got 10 minutes to prepare.
Correct.
So
True.
you can prepare, you can write whatever you want to write, and after that you
Mhm.
present it. But for the next one, which is your the second section, which is
Mhm.
your spoken interaction, you don't have time to plan.
Correct.
We'll talk more
Must
about it
think.
later.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct. Let's go. Now,
Mm.
another question. Let's go, people. Now, let's answer, or let's ask them a question. We should preserve old buildings or architecture in Singapore. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Mm.
First thing is you need to know what is preserve old buildings, preserve architecture in Singapore. So what is that? Any old buildings that you know?
What old buildings you know, people? Let's see, because even before you even answer this, right? You have
Right.
to have pictured an old building in your head, right? And think
Right.
about it like, oh, do I want this preserved
Oh.
or no?
My
Like,
students' parents actually texted me already.
oh, everyone, yes. A lot of P6 students are now sharing their results to teacher fires. Oh my god.
Yeah.
A1? Yay! Hello to those of you who just joined. If you're a P6 parent or a P6 student, we just would like to extend our congratulations to all of you for the hard work, especially the students. Whatever it is, be proud of yourself for having finished your primary academic career. It's time to move
Right.
on to secondary, and that's what we're talking about.
So maybe for this question, any one of you can let us know any old buildings that you know of in Singapore.
Yes.
I got one in my mind right now lah.
Old building, huh? I don't know much. Give me a moment. I will get my charger.
Okay,
You talk
so
to them first.
while we wait for teacher
Give me a
Mitsuko,
second, yes.
all right, any old buildings? Chinatown very big. Which building? I got one. It's in the middle of the CBD, place where you always go to eat one. Lau Pa Sat. Yes.
Lau
Alright.
Pa Sat.
Yeah, Lau Pa Sat is actually one of the old architecture, and I think the government has preserved some of the structure of the building itself. Because I think if I'm not wrong, it's like fusion. You 50% British colonial, 50% modern.
That's why you'll notice that all around Lau Pa Sat are just skyscrapers.
Correct. And then like for old buildings as well, you know, if you go to Joo Chiat area, all this, you see all the Peranakan houses.
Yes, in
Yeah.
Joo Chiat, yes.
Yeah, those shop houses, colorful ones, Tanjong Pagar as well, if I'm not wrong. They are.
Chinatown one.
Chinatown big lah, got a few lah. Yeah.
Many. Now we will preserve. Yeah, it would be good to preserve all buildings and architecture in Singapore.
So this one you have to agree or disagree. You have to give a yes or no, and then why. You have to answer.
And I think for these two questions, which theme do you think these two questions belong? Is this about environment, people? Is this about health? Or is this about neighborliness? What do you think? Of course, I'm giving you the wrong answers. What do you think? You have to be good. You really have to be good at spotting what theme.
Topic.
Yeah, and the topic is So at least you have a very good chance of at least bracing yourself for spoken interaction. Even when it's remotely related, it is still under the same topic or theme.
True.
Yeah.
Right.
So what is this? Is this family? People, give it a try. What theme? How come it's black in my? Okay, it's just me.
The answer is actually in the question lah.
What you think? It's in the question. You see, Teacher Faiz made things easy for you, huh?
I always give you a good hints. Right.
Hints are
So
always
yeah, basically all these three questions are more on traditions. lah, the topic.
Traditions, yes, yes. Lag, yeah. Actually, on my end also, it's lagging.
Correct.
Oh, you see, we're paused. Reflect.
Like. There's a lag.
It's lag. Salt, rate people.
Don't make it worse.
Okay, now hello, welcome to the live. Poonam Devi sing. What's pronounced?
Yeah, so for the third question also, tradition should be taught in school. What do you think? So all these three questions are basically, the topic is actually
Yeah.
traditions lah. Yeah.
I'm telling you now, you really have to prepare yourself with commonly tested topics. So if you want to take a screenshot of this page, do
Yeah,
so.
you can if you want.
It will be good
Yeah.
for you.
This
to-
can be your practice questions.
Correct. Practice
Yeah.
questions. Actually, test yourself out. Give yourself 10 minutes. Let's see how much you can actually build from this question. You're already lucky because you actually know the question already beforehand. But it's different when you actually put yourself in an exam condition. Give yourself 10 minutes. Practice it. Practice your response, and then see if you can actually deliver it for 2 minutes. Deliver for 2 minutes. If you're too shy to even deliver it to anyone, what can they do, Teacher Faiz? If they practice but they don't want to talk to anyone,
You can actually video yourself.
correct.
Then
Record
after
yourself.
that, yeah, you record yourself. Maybe not only once, not only twice, maybe 3 times, and after that you see which one is the best one that you can,
Correct.
Yeah. Or maybe you can ask one of your parents to actually,
Yeah.
Mom or Dad, how is my recording? Is it okay? Did I stutter? Because sometimes you cannot grade yourself. You need
Yeah.
someone else to actually, tell you
Yeah.
what are the things that you have done wrong or things that you did well.
Correct.
Yeah.
Sometimes we have our own blind spots.
Mm,
We may be doing something that we're not aware of,
yeah.
or sometimes we're not doing something and we should be doing it, but we
Correct.
don't know that we should. So somebody
Yeah.
else has to point it out for us.
Because
Yeah.
later on when you're in secondary school, your teacher won't have like a one-to-one session with you that much.
Correct.
Yeah, because your teacher have 40 students in class and they have other classes as well. So they won't there's not much one-to-one actually.
I'm asking you now, people who are primary school, how many practices oral do you even get in your own schools? Primary level, I'm still talking about primary level. How many practices do you actually get in the full year, I would say, in your primary school? Because
Correct.
that number of practices is not going to go up
Mm.
in secondary school. Royston, in 1 year, oral
Your
practices in
sec 4 lah, let's say.
Sec 4, yes.
Yeah, I mean this year lah. How many oral practices do you have in 1 year?
Actual oral exam simulation.
With your teacher?
Yeah,
I think 4 only.
4 only, right? Yeah, you
Oh.
won't get that much.
yeah.
It's just right before the real O level.
Yeah.
And it's even close to the examination, right?
Mm.
Yeah. You see, four even lucky already. I
Yeah.
was also interviewing our previous set of interns.
Mhm.
One of them said, the only practice I get is during the prelims now. Then
That's
beyond
worse.
that, nothing.
Yeah.
And then one more shared that the teacher asked them the same thing. They all record. But the teacher never manages to watch all their videos. The teacher, however, only prioritizes, of course, the one who needs the most help.
Yeah, so the weaker ones will always get the much help. Not to say that you are just weak or what, but yeah, usually I mean like the teacher
Those
will
who
have
are not as comfortable in speaking.
correct,
Right? And then finally, one more even shared that some of them, the teacher attempts not to get them to perform in front of the class, but of course, usually the people who gets to do it are the ones who likes to talk now because they're the one who raise their hand and say, "Teacher, I will do it. Let me do it." So the ones who never raise their hand never get to
those shy one will always be left behind.
So it's the reality is everyone may not be catered. Yeah, sometimes they prioritize this group.
Correct.
Other times this group is prioritized.
Mm.
So put it upon yourself to give yourself the number of practices that you need. Bounce back. Okay, let's proceed to dun, 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 dun,
Right.
dun,
The
dun,
next
dun,
part
dun.
is your spoken interaction. So, like what I said just now, all right, candidates will engage in a discussion with the examiners on a topic broadly related to the video clip. All right, but your candidates will not be asked any questions about what people say in the video clip. So if there is some, inside the video clip, there's people talking about it or whatsoever, you won't be asked any question about it. All right, but your examiner will actually ask you a question, something that is very related to the video clip. So
Correct.
if the video clip is about traditions, all right, so it can be something that is similar to the topic.
Correct. And so this is the harder part. Okay, if you are to ask them, okay, people online, which part do you think is harder then? Planned response or spoken interaction?
This one is a spontaneous thing.
Correct.
So it's right after your
Your
2
planned
minutes.
response, yes. PR or SI? PR or SI? I'm teaching these people to be lazy. So, but that's how you abbreviate, huh? As long as you understand what PR and SI later when you give your response. But of course now, I think straight
Written down, I forget. But in spoken interaction, it will be much easier for me.
you like it because it's
easier for me.
you
Because
like it
I'm
because it's
spontaneous.
conversational.
Yeah.
You're a spontaneous type of speaker.
Correct.
That's why.
But ultimately,
Why?
like what we said just.
Give me one answer on how you can reduce waste.
Yeah, what can people do to reduce waste?
It will be good to learn from each other. Hello, people. Let's go. What one thing? Let's try. For me to reduce waste, the word is reduce, right?
You answer lah. I'm the teacher, what?
Oh my god. I think the best way for me amongst the 4 R's, the one that I like the most is we don't have reduce, reuse, recycle. I like reusing. And I also, reusing. Okay, the main difference between recycling and reusing is that when you recycle, you use a thing for a different purpose. But reusing means you use it again lah, for the same purpose now. I'm very big on reusing. And for example, that is why I really love secondhand clothes. I love
thrifting.
Yeah, I love thrifting so much.
Go to Japan.
Firstly, because I like to save money, but secondly, also because when you watch this documentary on the true cost, you will really realize how these brands earn so much from the clothes they sell. Oh my God, you're paying for the brand, not for how much the item actually costs.
Yeah.
So, ultimately, reusing is good now. How about you? Where's everyone? Everyone. Oh my God, so sorry, Ronnie, that I'm using you to ring the bell. People, if you have anything to share here on how we can reduce waste, please share. Do so.
For me,
Yes, Teacher Faiz, how do you reduce waste?
at home,
You eat all the food.
No lah, that one. All right. For me at home, things that I do to reduce waste is probably I recycle.
Correct.
All right. So all my plastic bottles, I wouldn't really buy a lot of plastic bottle things. Right. I buy those disposable ones.
Yes.
Yeah, it'd be easier for me as well, and also I try to use less plastics.
Yes.
Yeah.
Less plastics, huh?
Yeah, but this one no choice lah. I just have to take water.
Oh yeah, you bring water bottle can also. I bring my own, but the water in my water bottle, not enough. So I end up getting one more, but I think I save one more. What kind of waste? Oh, good question. What's a very, very good question. I would say for this case, right, general waste now. What about you, Ryan? How would you try your best to reduce waste? aside from, okay, we have got an idea from teacher Faiz, and of course, reducing waste, for example, food waste is that you only buy the things, the amount that you need. You don't over grocery. You don't
Correct.
overbuy, so you don't end up, because sometimes people throw away. For example, I bought a whole pack of carrots, but I
Mm.
only basically used two when I cooked. I am sometimes what do you call this? I am sometimes guilty of this, but I always adjust the amount that I buy next time when I notice that, oh my god, I always, for if I buy this like 500 gram, I always end up using only half of it.
Yeah, but sometimes you have no choice, right?
Correct.
You have to buy that. You want that thing, but you need to buy like in a.
Correct.
Mm.
And sometimes this is the funny part. When I do online grocery, sometimes you will notice, I don't know how this works like this. So $1, they give you like what, two whole pieces of cabbage. But then the other brand, you buy it for $3. That's when you get a half piece. So what do you do? Huh? You buy the $1, that's two pieces. But I try my best. I end up buying the $1 and I end up eating so much cabbage because I don't want to throw it.
You give to your neighbor,
Hmm.
Yeah, like
I
for
don't
me,
talk
if,
to
if
my
I have extra, I
neighbors.
always give to my neighbor.
Well, it's very nice. You talk to your neighbors.
Of course, I'm a social person. I talk to everyone.
Oh my
My whole block
god.
knows me.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh? So good. Then he can answer neighborliness questions.
If you have later.
Do you talk to your neighbors, Yuki and Royston? Oh my
I'm
god,
only the
Yuki,
one
we should
beside.
start talking to our neighbors.
I talk to
Yuki.
everyone in my house. Yeah.
I did. I'm very weird around other people.
I'm very social lah,
Oh
so
my god.
wouldn't
Then
surprise.
you say hi to them.
Yeah, even the lift, everything.
Wow.
Sometimes I
So
go to
I
the shop.
started saying hi to people in the lift. They shock when I say hi. Hello, good morning. They do like that.
Don't be surprised if I'm in the next general election.
Whoa!
That's joking,
Oh
that's
my
joking.
god!
That's joking.
Oh my god!
Just joking. Yeah, but that is I will always give like some of my.
You have that, outgoing. Like it's
Yeah.
easy for you to connect with people.
Correct. Like I buy potatoes. If I have extra, which I don't think I will eat or I will use, I'll give to my neighbors.
Wow, so nice. How am I gonna talk to my neighbors? I don't see my neighbors.
When you
I should
throw
start.
your rubbish, you just see someone outside. You just say hi. How are you?
So
Good
I say
night.
hi,
Yeah.
Hi, hello.
I had your dinner. You will
I
talk,
am
right?
going to try and be a normal person. I'm very awkward around people. Yeah, I will try, but I will try. You see, I talk very well, but I thrive in conversations that have goals.
Right.
Yes, and if you want me to do a live because you want to teach this, that one I can do. Do a speech, give this speech, that one I can do.
This one very good
But-
in speech.
A conversation that has no goal, I don't know how to say.
I can do that.
Yeah, that one you can do.
Yeah,
Correct.
I can do that.
Correct. Very different kind of communication skills. But do keep in mind on your examination, you have no choice.
Yeah.
So you have to practice your oral skills. Now, next question. So sorry, Ronnie. What are some suggestions to improve your school library? Oh my God, more computers. Kidding. Oh, I am. What if you were to think about your previous school library? How would you want to improve it? Bigger space?
Okay, if I were to return back to my primary school,
Type in your answers what teacher Faiz is sharing his
which
response.
was 25 years or 26 years ago.
Mhm.
So basically, you know my age lah.
People are now starting to calculate. Oh my God,
26 years ago, I think for my primary school, probably more space.
More space.
Yeah, because my primary school is just a neighborhood school, so not really that big. Yeah, so I guess more space.
More space. I have so many demands for school library. I want more computers. I want all the books to be converted into electronic. I am envisioning a library wherein there are books, of course, books and books everywhere. But there is a Kindle. It doesn't need to be Kindle, but I would like us to be able to borrow not just books but the device itself, and then read there and then return the device. Oh my God! But I know it's not cost effective.
Yeah.
But I'm envisioning a library that's both old and new, like embracing modern technology, but still I can still smell the pages of the books, you know.
Yeah,
But like cafe also, I'm so sorry. Cafe, you know, can
she's
chill.
into this kind of thing.
You can
Yeah.
chill and then you know can like big what do you call that big pillow?
Beanbag.
Beanbag, yes. a
That one not
beanbag.
library already. That one is that one is like I
Hey,
know.
but the more comfortable you make it, the more students would want to stay in the library.
They stay, then after that they will stay there for the whole day. Then don't want to go back. Then how about people that really want to use the library?
But they're there to read, mom.
Are you sure they read?
They sleep.
Right. That was what happened when I was in secondary school.
Really? That's what you do. That's
Because
why you're very insistent on it.
My school has a very when I was in secondary school, my school has a very big library. Very big. It's like the whole level.
Wow.
Yeah, because I come from a very okay school.
Mm-hmm.
So that school, I won't mention the school, but
so you stay there and then you just you know lounge.
yeah, you just sleep sometimes.
Good.
Because you have like a small rooms. There's
Mhm.
like 15 or 20 rooms that you
Mhm.
can self-study.
Uh-huh.
But people don't self-study, they sleep.
Yeah, you see, you
Ah.
cannot speak for people because that's what you do. Do not follow teacher fights. But I still love that idea though. That if you choose not to, at least there's a space for you to
Yeah.
to do that. But of course, more books. But I have one more. I'm very sorry. I have so many comments on this. I would love the school library, you know, to offer more like activities or
Right.
like competitions for the
Right,
students.
right,
You
right,
see,
right.
writing competitions or like you know different related to library now. Related to library.
I mean, like in our national libraries,
Ah.
I think from this month or this week or next week onwards until December, end of December, there will be some community things that will be in the library.
Yeah.
Like reading storybook reading for
Correct,
kids
for
because it's going to
kids,
be the
activities, right?
yeah, it's going to be the school holidays. So I think there's a lot
they're
of community
prepared for
programs.
it, right?
Yeah,
That's
a lot of
nice.
community programs in libraries. Yeah, so that one can also be suggestions.
Correct. So you see, there's so many things, but this gives you a reminder. You have to really pay attention to everything around you
Right.
because you never know that may be the topic of your oral question. Like, oh, I just used to pass by my library. It eventually became your question for O level. So pay attention to the normal things. I think I remember you mentioning last time that you have to look around and make sure that you are paying close attention because normally the questions are about
Current affairs.
correct current affairs. So know about it, you know. Dive deep into some of them.
Yeah, and the next question which I'm going to share with you, examples, is actually from this year O level.
I think the library also. Because
Library also, right? Yeah.
That was my question.
Yours was the library. What was
Yeah.
your video?
My video.
Yes.
I think my PR it was in the library. Then they showed a children's corner.
Right. Yeah. So you see, the spoken interaction questions are related.
Correct. There's a children's corner with children or with no children.
With children, then I think you can hear the sounds also. Of the kids around also.
And then there are other people around, like people reading.
Yeah, I think no, just kids and their parents.
Right.
Kids and their
then,
parents.
Yeah, another question is like, I think something about the children's corner also.
Right.
Yeah.
You remember your planned response question?
Planned response. Planned response. I think it's
something to do with noise, right? Like if there's noise,
Or
if
public.
there's people that make noise, what will happen? Something like that, right? If I'm not wrong, one of the question, your plan
Mine
response.
also. Huh, Ryan?
Uh,
You also had the same question as Royston?
Oh, Ryan's
my
actually-
god!
Yeah.
Oh my god! Like that. Oh, I know. I also remember some of them had a question written.
Correct.
They made it broader and say, how should people behave in public spaces?
Correct.
And this was your question, the library one.
Yes, the library.
What are some? What improvements did you request in your response,
Yeah,
Royston?
do you suggest?
I am very interested, Royston? Everyone, we're talking to Royston here who just took his exam also.
I talked about the study rooms.
The one that
collaborative rooms to actually for students to study in.
correct.
And
book
want to
consultations.
interact.
They can interact with other students or they can book consultations with teachers also.
Yeah, so that extra room for meetings.
So something like this room.
Right. Yeah. That's what my school had previously.
So fancy. fancy.
My school fancy lah, but I'm not fancy lah.
Oh, okay. Very good, Royston. Very
Mm.
good idea. Hopefully, we shall send your response to your school. Okay. Young people would not want to be a street hawker. Why or why not?
Yeah, so this video, I can attest to you all that the number 3 question, the video for the planned response was actually overseas video. It's like a street hawker selling something on a street cart on a normal street, but it's not in Singapore. Yeah, that's what I remember one of my students told me.
Wow, very
Yeah.
interesting. I wonder what's the most common response for this one.
Young people would not want to be a street hawker. Why or why not? So for me, if I were to respond to this question, I would say no. Yeah, because
What would be your main points to say no, huh?
main points will be probably I say about you can be honest. You can say that it's not a lucrative salary lah. Yeah, you can be honest though. You say that maybe that it wouldn't be a good salary, or maybe that I would say
It's not a more stable as well.
yeah,
Not
correct.
a stable
Yeah,
income.
correct. Yeah, you can. So you can be honest with this type of questions. Either you.
Wow.
Yeah.
How would I answer this question? I'm not young, but
I'm also not young lah.
if I were to answer this question, I would want to be a street hawker. But of course, I need to back that up with good points, right? Why would I want to be a street hawker? You see, ask yourself. Number one, it's a good start to learning the ropes of building a business.
Entrepreneurship.
Correct, entrepreneurship, and at the same time,
manage your own finances
correct,
in a
manage
way,
your own
business
finances.
way.
Yeah, correct. So can argue on both
Yeah.
sides. Just make sure go for the side you have more points to talk about.
Correct. Yeah.
Very interesting kinds of questions. It would be good to be an
Right. So
examiner.
yeah, like what I said, there's a lot of other problems as well that you face. All right. So might want to go to the next.
Yes, correct. Okay, moving on. Now, having said all of those things, now goes the question, right? I understand now what happens when I do planned response, what happens when I do spoken interaction. So now we talk to secondary 1 students. What are the usual issues? Let's ask them. Okay, where's everyone? Ryan, are you still there? Ryan, people of the world. People of the world. Normally, I think let's I think the first one, a lot of it happens on both sections now, but it's highly likely to happen when they have nothing to say in planned response.
Correct. Yeah. So what are the problems that you face? That students will face? Maybe you all can.
Oh, maybe Ryan can
Write a
share.
response?
He says he's
Yeah.
still here. Ryan, what do you think? Give me one common issue a student faces.
You know oral, right? I give you a hint. You know oral, you must talk. So if you don't talk, what happen?
What is it, Ryan? Or otherwise, you can also share your own challenge. Overthink. So when you start overthinking, what happens to your response? Do you start blabbering, or do you stop talking, or do you start stuttering? What is the overthinking effect on you as a speaker? That's correct though. People can overthink.
Yeah, overthink, and then after that you repeat your points.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So that's one. All right. Another two.
One more. Let's go.
Mm.
Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. Ding, 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 ding. Depends. Stutter or maybe speaking out of point.
Yeah.
Correct.
Probably yes. But the most important one you haven't said.
At least those who stutter and those who speak out of point are still speaking.
Right. Correct.
That means to say the even bigger problem is when like that. With the sound effects, let's go. When you have nothing to say. So I think that can be caused by what? Anxiety?
Nervous or something like that. So it might happen. All right, but I'm not saying that it will happen. It might happen. Yeah, even though you have a lot of things that you want to say before you enter the exam hall. All right, but at the same time you just keep quiet, you got nothing. All right. Sometimes the examiners will help you a bit with prompts, but if the examiners give you prompts, then marks will be actually deducted lah. A bit.
Correct. That's why the most important thing how to avoid this is make sure you make good use of your 10 minutes prep time.
Correct.
To build the skeleton of your response.
Yeah, and be prepared lah.
Yeah.
Be prepared.
Yeah, nothing beats being prepared.
Yeah. All right. Next one is what Ryan said, irrelevant to topic. So you got no general knowledge about the topic itself. All right, that can be an issue because you cannot run around the topic itself.
Correct.
All right. So yeah, irrelevance. And the last one is actually repetition of points, which also Ryan talked about. All right, overthinking.
Yeah.
All right, and then you might repeat the same points again.
Correct.
So examiners will know.
Yeah.
Examiners will know. Yeah.
It will be obvious now. So, but I think now the question is how to avoid this, how to avoid these problems when they they have time to prepare now. Because
Correct.
we are doing the live earlier on to actually prepare them for this. So, solutions, people, solutions.
Before solutions, we talk about
Not yet,
what we learn first.
Yes, this is the solutions.
Yeah.
So how do we make sure our Right Choose Your Word students manage to provide a good response? They don't keep quiet, they don't repeat words.
Correct.
And then they don't go off the topic.
Correct. And then during the lesson itself, all right, what you will learn if you join us is that you identify the question, unpack together, and then after unpacking and see what type of question it is, then comes the structure, the response structure. So please feel scared. This one, if you want to know more, please join us. All right, and then also there will be evidence building, and we will brainstorm as a class itself. All right, not only one-to-one, you also can do some group discussions in class as well. All right, 5 brains or 6 brains, 7 brains better than 1 brain.
Yeah.
So of course brainstorming. All right, and also like what we said just now, this one that teacher Misuko
Plan
mentioned
response.
is your abbreviated writing.
See, all the way to abbreviate writing,
Yeah.
you teach them
Correct.
how to break down.
And section D for your spoken interaction, what content you need to build up. All right,
That
for the
will
question.
solve problem number, which was it? Number 2, is it? Problem number 1, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can talk if you know something about what you're talking about.
You must know the topic lah. And also, if you don't have any idea about that topic as well, there are some articles that are wow notes. We provide wow notes as well. So these notes actually have some insights or info on the topic.
Correct.
Yeah. And also, like what I said, there will be more time with you and me. I mean the teacher, not just only me. All right, more time with you and me or the teacher. All right, because you can actually focus on what your weakness is.
Correct.
All right, and also you can thrive on your strength as well lah.
Yeah.
Also, there's a lot of things that we learn in class, especially also after that video recordings. It can be done as homework. All right, if the class is lesser people, then the better, because why? You have more time with the teacher. You don't need to do video recordings. You can do on the spot.
Yeah.
Like for example, my class this year for my O-level students, what I did was I had 3 O-level students out of the 10 students I have. So the 3, when it was during the closer to the O-level oral exam, the 3 students had very special session with me, in class. So they went in front of me, make a exam setting. Same exam setting.
So there is time to let you go through the entire exam process.
Correct.
And then you give detailed and feedback lah.
Yeah, especially detailed feedback on what they should do more, what not better, but what is a better response.
Correct.
Yeah.
So tailored, it's more tailored to what
yes.
each students need lah.
Correct.
Yeah, very interesting, very interesting. And I suppose some of you, Royston, do you learn response structures in school? Do they teach you that?
I think only Peel.
Peel, huh? I see,
Yeah,
I
they only
see.
got teach Peel.
Are you going live, teacher Mitsuko, on Friday? Ah, people of the world on Friday, is it? Friday, Friday. Do you know that song?
I don't know.
Oh my god, at least Yuki knows.
I'm a boomer. I don't know.
I hate that song. No, sorry. Hate is a very strong word. Do not use it. But I sang it so. Oh, this Friday, people of the world. Yes, I have a live this Friday at 11 a.m. So if you are available, come
11.
and join me. Come and join me.
11 a.m. morning.
Yeah,
Oh.
with Benjamin, the last
Right,
session
right,
for
right.
choosing secondary schools. People. Yeah. So, of course, now these are the things we offer here for our classes and writers of work. We know the problems, so we make sure our curriculum is built to solve the problem. And of course, yeah, teacher Faiz is highlighting these two very, very important process that a lot of people actually fail to focus on. Peace, peel, scare. You will learn these structures if you join us. Yes. One-to-one assessment, video recordings. All right, perfect. And so, to help you understand better, we don't just teach oral class. Our comprehensive English program cover all of this. Wow.
Yeah. So these are basically the components
Yeah.
of secondary English.
We cover paper 1, 2, and 4. People of the world. People of the world. Nowadays, people of the world. Yes. So come and join us. Actually, it's already almost December. Our 2025 registration is actually currently running. Plus, we also have a referral special running as well. So many giveaways to all of you.
Yeah.
Come and join us.
Come
ladies and
join my
gentlemen.
class.
Join teacher Faiz's class. You'll be happy. You'll be happy. Okay, now time to even show you how teacher Faiz prepares and the teachers and writers are work prepared. Look at this. Look at this level of preparation. What
I
is
think
this?
they cannot see.
Yeah, they don't need to read, but if you see all the red things, these red things are not in the student's notes. They are teacher Faiz's, this is his notes when he prepares for the lesson. And eventually he needs the students to have these notes in their own notes.
Yeah. So all these notes, right? Teachers will prepare, and then after that, go through with you as a class together. So you will have what structure you need to use. That we unpack the questions, like the keywords for the question itself, what you need to know before you even answer. Yeah. So and even the structure itself, lah.
You know what? If I would personally really look at this from a perspective of someone, let's say I'm not working in writers of work, I'm a student who will have to face this national exam with that level of testing, right?
Right.
I need to expose myself to these topics now. Otherwise, how on earth will I be able to talk about them?
Right.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
So it's not easy, yeah?
Not easy. And so, the next part. Here comes the bonus, people. Bonus.
So last week, I think not last week, a few days ago.
A few days ago.
Teacher Jamis and myself, we gave 2 questions. And today we're going to give another 2. So those who came for today's live, you can actually have 4 lah.
Yes.
Yeah.
These are the most recent O-level oral questions. So you may want to have a look at this, take a screenshot or take note of it. Now, what were the first 2 that we have already previously shared? If you were to make a space for young people to do recreational activities, what will you make or like to add to construct that place? Interesting. I have so many demands. I like it when they ask me questions to demand things. I have many things to demand. This is nice. This is a nice question.
Yeah. So this is one of the questions.
Do you think young people should be the one to protect the environment? Environment question, commonly tested every single year.
Yeah. Environment. Usually a lot of environment questions.
This is a problem that's currently existing and worsening every single year.
Yep.
People.
Look at the weather.
Yes, right. And the current calamities that you see, it's all over the world. It's not
Mm.
just in selected places, even in places that don't
Yeah.
normally get calamities.
Wouldn't be
Okay.
surprised if Malaysia is going to have snow soon also. You never know. You never know. Maybe when
Actually,
you never know.
yeah, it's not impossible.
Yeah.
There's erratic changes happening now.
Correct.
Yeah, so we continue learning about this, not just because we want to pass the examinations, but we
Yeah.
want to be ultimately, you see, the main goal, the government ultimately wants to prepare you to become good citizens of the place you live in. So it's good that you know about these things ultimately. Now, the questions that we have not revealed yet. People! Tan-da-ga-da, tan-tan-tan, tan-da-ga-da. What's the theme of the next one, huh? Ta-da,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You see, Teacher Vi is very good with the sound effects now. Wow, people read less as they grow older. What are your views? Tan tan tan.
Yeah, you might want to, screenshot this later on if you want. Or you
Oh,
might
this
want to
one.
write it down, up to you.
Oh my God! Yeah, this answer you must think about. Define what reading means. Actually, also. First, read. Does it count when I read captions online? Does it have to be a book, or does it have to be a full article, or you see? Then you start talking about it. Oh
Yeah.
my God! Okay, good question about reading. Interesting question. Interesting question. Might be good to be a marker or an examiner, no, to hear about what the generation of today thinks about these things. My God, my God, my
Yeah, I
God.
think that the answers will differ from mine though, I think. Yeah. Generational gap, very big.
Generational gap,
Yeah.
is it? Very interesting, very interesting. And finally,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I have superpowers. Look at that, people. See ya. Why do you think people should be concerned about waste reduction? Explain your views. You see, 1, 2, same. Why do you think people should be? Yeah, there's so much. You see, yeah, eventually you can actually prepare. You can prepare for your oral exams. That one I can tell you. Same thing, students always say, can I prepare for paper 2, different passage? But once you understand the types of question they ask you, there is a way to prepare for it.
Correct.
Now, oh my God, it's 4:29. We're about to end the live. Any final? Okay, people, one quick reminder. Later at 7 to 9 p.m., we have a live session. Teacher Jameson, Teacher Benjamin will go through a very big and important decision you have to make after PSLE results, choosing secondary school. But of course, because we're about to end now, and this is our final session for oral, any final thoughts and reminders for our P6 students transitioning to secondary when it comes to oral?
First of all, congratulations on your results. Alright, either way, whether you did good or whether you did bad, either way, congratulations. For primary to secondary, don't be afraid. Alright, it can be intimidating. Alright, when you actually go to secondary school later on. But don't worry, you have 4 years to prepare.
But make sure they make the most out of that.
Correct. Yeah. So that's my advice lah. Just be prepared. Don't be intimidated. Everything is a learning journey. So yeah.
Correct. To add on to what Teacher Faiz said, 4 years, make the most out of it. That is exactly the reason why we're doing this live. We
Correct.
want to prepare you now for what's coming for you. Ultimately, for oral, 2 things you need to think about. You need to deliver, and you need delivery and content are 2 things. So what can you prepare in the 4 years? Expose yourself to these topics. And at the same time, expose yourself to opportunities to talk and express what you know. So you have to know what to say, and you have to know how to say it. But we are here to help you. So come join us and write us a word.
Remember to follow us on TikTok as well.
Yes, correct.
Alright, on our Instagram or whatever. Alright.
So if it's not a good time for you to join us, our live sessions are always here. We have many upcoming special live sessions for you. You will see more of teacher fights.
Oh, I still got one more. One more.
Yes. We still have one more on situational writing,
Correct.
which is going to be on
When is-
next week, is
Monday,
it?
Monday.
Monday, people. So Monday, yes, 5:30 to 7:30, we will be back to talk about the differences. The one of the sections that has the biggest leap from primary to secondary, situational writing. Okay? So thank you everyone for being with us today. See you later tonight. Bye.